Hello, this is wmpyr. I was recently asked a very interesting question, so in this video I want to tackle that question, and it was basically, how do you defend against a sucker punch? Okay, so first thing is, let me share with you my definition of a sucker punch. To me, really, the only difference between a sucker punch and a regular punch, first let me just demonstrate what a sucker punch is, right? So this is my opponent right here, and I'm going to tell him, hey man, I'm not going to hit you. I'm not going to hit you. I just want to talk, so calm down. Just relax. We'll talk over there. Are you relaxed? And that is a sucker punch, okay? So I basically tricked the person big time, right? And not to say that a regular punch isn't deceptive, because it totally is. You know, if I want to punch him in the face, I might kick him in the lower body first and then punch him in the face. I might throw a feint and punch. You know, I might pretend like I'm going to throw this punch over here and then boom. So a regular punch can be plenty deceptive. It's just that it doesn't have as much of the element of surprise as compared to a sucker punch. Why? Because this dude doesn't know when the fight has started a lot of times. So the element of surprise is huge, okay? And so what I want to do is give you guys an example that maybe you could relate to, or maybe you can't, but let's relate this to grappling. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu concept, right? In Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, they always talk about the importance of position. So if you get the guard, or if you get the mount, or whatever position you get, right? The first thing that the person defending has to do is defend against the immediate threat first, okay? So if you have a person mounted and you're throwing bombs like this, you're throwing punches down, the first thing they have to do is not escape the mount, but they have to defend against those punches, or they're going to get knocked out. If they're trying to escape the mount and you're doing this, or they're trying to put you in a submission or something, bam, 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 you're going to get knocked out. So you have to defend against the punches, cover up, bring him down, you know, and hold on, eliminate that space, right? So that's the first step. And then you want to get out of that position, because you know it's a bad position that you're in. You're underneath someone's mount, okay? So same idea there. The same idea for a sucker punch right here, okay? If I'm in this position, and this is where the guy's going to sucker punch me, and I'm like, dude, I don't want any trouble. So I'm right here, okay? I know this is a bad position. So I'm inside the pocket. Let me just call it that. So this is where, boom, we can land shots. I can land some shots to him. He could land some shots to me. I'm inside the pocket. If I'm inside the pocket, that's like being inside someone's mount, all right? So I know this is a bad position. I don't want to be here, right? Remember, this guy's going to do the first move. He's the bad guy. He's going to attack me first. Therefore, he owns this position, even though I could hit him too, but because he's going first, it's his position. So I don't want to be here, all right? We're here on his terms, and I don't want that. So that's number one. Don't, just like in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, don't get mounted, right? So the same idea. Don't let yourself be right here, okay? And then this dude has the advantage because he's going to throw the first shot, you know? So I don't want to get there, okay? If I am going to get here, then I want it to be on my terms. Like I already grabbed his arms and then we're here. Or I already landed a shot and then we're here. Now it's on my terms. My turn, right? So the idea here is, don't get caught here. Be outside the pocket. Okay, so you see fighters do this all the time. When they're inside the pocket, you see the blocking, the arms come up. They know it's dangerous, so all this here. Okay, and then when they're outside, they're more relaxed with it because they know they're more out of range. This guy could still hit me, but he's gonna have to move to get me. And when he moves, I can see it, and I have more time to react because of the distance, right? So that's where you want to be. Now, if I'm here for some reason, and I know it's a bad position, if I truly know that it's a bad position, then the way that I'm going to be here is not the same as if I didn't understand that. Because I'm not going to be like, okay, this guy might throw a sucker punch on me. Whatever he wants to do, I'm going to react and I'm going to defend it. That's not the attitude that I would have. I wouldn't just be like this and say go for it, because I know I'm in a bad position. If you look at a cat or a dog or pretty much any animal and they know they're in a bad position, they don't move normal, okay? What they do is they move, a certain way. They're lower to the ground, their back is hunched up, because they know they're in a bad place. So right here, I know this is a bad place. My hands are up and I'm going, hey man, I don't want any trouble, and I could be moving around like this and it makes me look like I'm nervous, but that's not what I'm doing. I'm getting ready to react because I know I have to. I know I'm in a bad, so my shoulders are already coming up. I'm already tensing up, making my abs stronger. And whatever the heck it is that he's going to do, like knee me in the balls, or he's going to headbutt me, or punch me, or elbow me, or whatever the heck he's thinking about doing, okay? And my hands are here, and I'm just trying to stay light on my feet because I want to be able to go, whatever, because it's all reflex. It's all instinct and reflex at this point. This is not a skill. This is just me reacting as fast as I can to something, to a bad situation where I don't have that much time. So from here, whatever he does, once again, I'm going to react to it. So that's number one. If I'm not in this kind of position and I'm going, even if I know he's going to sucker punch me, let's say I know this guy has a history of sucker punching people. If I'm just standing here trying to act like I'm not afraid or something, I'm physically not ready. If I'm like, yeah, if I'm like, I'm physically not ready. Even if I know this guy can sucker punch me, I made it difficult for myself. But if I'm already angled off and I'm like, dude, I swear I don't want any trouble, and then he does something, whatever it is the case, I have a much better chance just because my body is more ready physically. The posture that I'm taking, the way that I am right here, I have a much better chance of being able to react. And then once I react, the next mistake that a lot of people make is, I feel like when they react, they may have good instincts and the arms come up or whatever, but because they weren't ready for it, they stop here. They go, whoa, what just happened? They're in shock, So, but if I'm already like this going, dude, I don't want any trouble, and then this happens, okay, I'm not in shock because I was ready for it, and then this happens, and I'm ready to go to the next thing. So that's number two, don't stop. And then number three is from here, a lot of times people want to do their technique, They want to go into, a throw, a palm strike, knee to the balls, or whatever it is that you learned, right? And that's the problem, because let's go back to the first idea. This is a bad spot. This is his turf. It's under his, he gets to go first, so he has a huge advantage, and that's how we start, from him having the advantage. And if I did this, a reflex came out or whatever, okay, I'm still in a bad position. So I blocked the immediate threat. The next step is to get out of this position or to go to a better position. That's the same as Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. So they're punching you from the mount, you defend that. The next step is you got to get out of the mount. So this is the same idea. You did your reflex, boom, and before he continues on, you want to go to a better position. So either get out and recover, because you're probably not going to be in good balance at that point. He might shove you. He's repeatedly punching. So you're going to have to recover your base and get out of there. Or you get into a clinch and try to improve your position. Now try to take his back or go to his side. You're improving position. So I hope that helps. Thank you for watching and take care, folks.